Only had a few dollars on my books, had to choose what I could buy. Commissary taught me more about stewardship than money ever could supply. Yeah. Everybody in there trying to stretch what little bit they got. Rhyming the stance become the currency, become the whole plot. A survival on the inside, and I learned to share my box with a cellmate who had nothing. Learned to unlock something in myself I never had a chance to practice out. In the free world where I always had enough, had no doubt that my needs would get met somehow, but commissary showed the blessing in the sharing, showed the way the little goes further when you split it than it does when you hold tight. Learn more about the widow's might in the commissary line at night than I ever learned sitting comfortable in the pew. Commissary taught me something about what grace can really do. He that has two coats, let him give to him that has none. Commissary taught the lesson that the pulpit never done. In the commissary line, in the commissary line, learning to share. Only got a little bit, but I learned that little's rare. Enough to bless somebody if you're willing to let go. In the commissary line, that's the richest I've ever known. Watch a man who had nothing left give half of it away to a kid who just got locked up first time, scared, dismayed by everything around him, and that man just smiled and said, I remember my first week too, and split his own bread with a stranger, no expectation of it coming back around. Commissary showed me generosity that don't need to be found in abundance. Show me you can give from what's scarce too. Sometimes the scarcest gift is worth more than what the wealthy do. He that has two coats, let him give to him that has none. Commissary taught the lesson that the pulpit never done. In the commissary line, in the commissary line, learning to share. Only got a little bit, but I learned that little's rare. Enough to bless somebody if you're willing to let go. In the commissary line, that's the richest I've ever known. I'm out now, got more than I had on those books back then, but I still shop the same way. Still remember when a dollar meant the decision, meant a sacrifice to give. Commissary taught me how a generous man should live, regardless of the balance, regardless of the account, regardless of how much a little that the number amounts to on any given day. The posture stays the same. Commissary taught me giving ain't about the size, it's about the aim. Of a poverty casting more than they all, that's a claim. Commissary taught me giving small and still bring the same kind of glory to the kingdom as the wealthy ever bring. Commissary taught me how to be a king's kid. In the commissary line, in the commissary line, learning to share. Only got a little bit, but I learned that little's rare. Enough to bless somebody if you're willing to let go. In the commissary line, that's the richest I've ever known. Commissary taught me more about giving than any offering plate carry. Commissary, little became much the second that I finally shared it. They let me out the gate each morning just to work and bring me back. Work release taught me freedom's a process, ain't a single way. I clocked in every morning, still wearing the invisible chain. Free enough to label, but still boundary by the same system that had me categorized. Still had to check back in every single evening, but something about the discipline of the structure taught me something about the Christian walk. free in Christ completely, but there's still a daily talk with accountability. Still a curfew on the flesh. Work release showed me freedom of structure. Ain't opposed, they mesh together into something that actually builds a man. Not the all at once release before you're ready to stand on your own 2 feet completely. Work release taught the pace of freedom being walked out daily, not received in a single space. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling still. Work release is the pattern of sanctification of God's will. On work release, I could get free enough to labor, but I still check back, still wait on the process to complete itself. Don't rush to release, on work release, and I'm walking toward my peace. And I'm walking toward my peace. Some men couldn't handle the taste of freedom every day. Went back to the old behavior the second they got away from the structure for a minute. Tested every single boundary, but I learned to love the process. Learned that the accountability was actually protecting me from rushing back to what I knew would eventually swallow up whatever progress I come through. Work release ain't punishment, it's actually a gift, teaching me to handle freedom for the full and final shift. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling still. Work release is the pattern of sanctification of God's will. On work release, out the gate, free enough to labor, but I still check back, still wait on the process to complete itself. Don't rush to release, on work release, and I'm walking toward my peace. I clock out completely now, ain't got a gate to check, but I still keep the discipline, still keep the same respect for the process that it took to get me here. Don't take for granted the daily walking out of freedom, the daily faith I've planted. Work release built something in me that instant freedom never could. A muscle for the daily grind of choosing what is good over what's familiar, over what's comfortable and known. Work release taught me freedom, something daily grown. Let us not grow weary in well doing, in due season we shall reap. Work release, the process ain't too steep for anybody willing to walk it out day by day. Work release, and freedom's on the way. On work release, out the gate, free enough to labor, but I still check back, still wait on the process to complete itself. Don't rush to release, on work release, and I'm walking toward my peace. Work release, every single day I'm walking closer to complete release. Work release, freedom's a walk, not a moment, and I'm walking toward my peace. Just strapped this thing on my leg like it was gonna trap my soul. Ain't gon' monitor the beeping, but grace already had control of where I'm really headed, of every step I take. Ain't gon' monitor watching the flesh, but heaven's watching what's at stake. Yeah, curfew said at 6, monitor buzzing if I cross the line. System got me boxed in a radius, got me watched all the time by a device strapped tight around the same leg that used to run from every consequence, every chase, every gun that was chasing my old life, and now the state's the one chasing. But there's a different track I've been on me since before my basin. Broken water, before I ever took a single breath. Ankle monitor's temporary, this watch is past my death. And through it, he been tracking every wrong turn that I made. Not to lock me up, but to bring me back before I stray too far to find my way home, and that's the difference plain. Ankle monitor tracks the body, grace tracks the soul the same. His eyes run to and fro throughout the whole earth, that's the claim. Ankle monitors got nothing on the way, he knows my name. Got an ankle monitor, but my soul already free. Deep in when I crossed the line, but grace already found me. Track my body, all you want, my spirit's running clean. Ankle monitor, ankle monitor, but I'm free in between. 6 months on this thing, and I done learned to walk different. Every step deliberate, every route I take is different than the one that got me here. I plan it out in prayer. Before I plan a route around the block, I lay it bare in front of God before I ever step outside the door. Ankle monitor taught me something curfews never taught before. That boundaries ain't a punishment, they're actually protection from the version of myself that needed some correction. I used to hate the beat, now I hear it like a bell, reminding me I'm still here, still breathing, still not in a cell. His eyes run to and fro throughout the whole earth, that's the claim. Ankle monitors, got nothing on the way, he knows my name. Got an ankle monitor, but my soul already free. Beeping when I cross the line, but grace already found me. Track my body, all you want, my spirit's running clean. Ankle monitor, but I'm free. Judge gon' take it off eventually, gon' set the leg free. But I already know the greater freedom living in me. Ain't tied to no device, ain't tied to no expiration. Won't need a battery charge, won't need a course validation. I count the days, not different, counting toward the promise, not toward the release date. Only toward becoming honest with who I really am when the ankle monitor's long gone. Free in the flesh and free in spirit, that's the only song. Where the spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty complete. Ankle monitor's just a season, but this freedom's my own street. No device gon' outlast what the cross already broke. Ankle monitor, but I'm free. Got an ankle monitor, but my soul already free. Deep in when I cross the line, but grace already found me. Track my body, all you want, my spirit's running clean. Ankle monitor, but I'm free in between. Ankle monitor, counting down the days, but my soul ain't got a timer. Ankle monitor, track the body, all you want, the spirit's already free. Couldn't afford my own lawyer, court appointed me a name. Public defender showed up different than the ones they always blame. Everybody said the public defender don't really care. Overworked, underpaid, just pushing paper, just moving chairs through the system fast as possible, no time to know your case. But mine walked in and looked me dead center in the face. Said I already know the whole story, know it before you speak. I've been representing you since before you got here, since before you were weak. And I realized this ain't the state's appointment, this a different court. Public defender took my case when nobody else would sort. Through my file, through my failures, through the weight of what I done. Stood beside me at the bench and said he's already won. Before the prosecution even opened up their mouth, public defender flipped the whole entire outcome, flipped it out. If God be for us, who can be against us? That's the plea. Public defenders never lost a single case for me. Got a public defender and he never lost a case. Every charge they bring against me, he erases with his grace. I don't argue my own innocence, don't build my own defense. Got a public defender, and that's my only evidence. I used to represent myself, thought I could talk my way out of every accusation, thought I had something to say that would clear my name eventually, but I kept losing ground. Every time I took the stand myself, every time I turned around and tried to argue my own merit, tried to argue my own case. But the moment I let them speak for me, the moment I gave up the space to argue for myself, that's the moment I got free. Public defender don't need my help to set the verdict free. If God be for us, who can be against us? That's the plea. Public defenders never lost a single case for me. Got a public defender and he never lost a case. Every charge they bring against me, he erases with his grace. I don't argue my own innocence, don't build my own defense. Got a public defender, and that's my only evidence. Some people still trying to hide the world's best lawyer, best advice. Paying every dollar trying to purchase their own paradise. But the best defender ever practiced took my case for free. Didn't need a retainer, didn't need a guarantee of payment. Took the case, knowing I can never pay the bill. Public defender, working pro bono, worked it out of his own will. And his own love, and wanted at a cost that I can't fathom. Public defender bled to keep my name, is not an atom of exaggeration. That's the actual price he paid. Public defender took my case, and the verdict's how he made it. No condemnation, all for those in Christ, that's the decree. Public defenders closing arguments in my household free. Case closed, and the judge already agreed. Public defender, that's the only plea I need. Got a public defender, and he never lost a case. Every charge they bring against me, he erases with his grace. I don't argue my own innocence, don't build my own defense. Got a public defender, and that's my only evidence. Public defender, public defender. Took my case for free, and he's still my defender. Public defender, public defender. Never lost a single case, and he never will surrender. Got some in the night court, the kind that never really closes. My whole life on trial at 3 a.m. when nobody's watching, nobody knows this. Night courts where the accuser likes to bring his strongest case. Middle of the night when I'm alone, no witness, no embrace from anybody else, just me and every thought that wants to testify against my own worth, against my future, against the reason why I'm even worth the fight. But I learned to bring my own defense, learn to bring the word into that midnight session, learn the sense of quoting the actual verdict for the accuser gets to speak. Night court used to terrify me, now it makes my faith less weak. Cause every single session I show up with more evidence. Every single time he tries a case, I got a swift response. Signed, sealed, delivered by the only judge who's ever fair. Night court still convenes, but I ain't scared to see him there. The accuser of the brethren has been cast down, that's the score. Night court still convenes, but he don't win here anymore. Night court, 3 a.m. and he's still trying, bringing every old charge back, every reason for denying. Need a piece of more, but I know the verdict's red. Night court, and the case already said. I used to lose every single midnight session, used to fold under the weight of every accusation. Every old wound he bring back up like it was fresh evidence. But I learned my rights now, learn to invoke my own defense. Learn that I don't have to represent myself no more. Learn to call my witness the second he walks through that door. At 3 a.m. and every single time I call his name, night court adjourns early, and the accuser leaves in shame. The accuser of the brethren has been cast down, that's the score. Night court still convenes, but he don't win here anymore. Night court, 3 a.m. and he's still trying, bringing every old charge back, every reason for denying. Need a piece of more, but I know the verdict's red. Night court, and the case already some said. Nights he still shows up dressed different, tries a different angle, tries to catch me half asleep, tries to catch me at an angle where my guard is down, but I keep the word beside my bed, ready for the session, ready for whatever he has said. He's gonna bring the night, and every single time it's thrown out before it's even heard, cause the verdict's carved in stone already, and no midnight session's ever gonna change the permanent decision made at Calvary, permanently arranged. They overcame him by the blood and the word of their testimony. Night court closes every time I speak that victory. No weapon, no accusation, no midnight session wins. Night court, that's where my testimony begins. Night court, 3 a.m. and he's still trying, bringing every old charge back, every reason for denying. Need a piece of more, but I know the verdict's red. Night court, and the case already said. Night court, adjourned for good the moment that I called on the Lord. Night court, he can keep showing up, but the case is closed forevermore. Lord sent me to the halfway house. Said you ain't ready for the world just yet. Halfway house taught me more about grace than any sermon I ever met. Yeah. Shared a room with 3 other men still learning how to walk. Straight again, still learning how to hold a normal talk. Without the anger rising first, without the old defense. Halfway house was structured different, curfews made sense. For the first time in my life, rules that weren't there to punish, rules that were there to rebuild what the old life tried to vanish from my character completely, and I hated it at first. Thought I graduated past needing boundaries, thought the worst was behind me already. But the halfway house revealed how much rebuilding really needed to happen before I'm healed enough to live in the world again without falling back. Halfway house was mercy dressed up like a setback. He who began a good work will complete it, that's the vow. Halfway house is just the process, not the failure, not the how. In the halfway house, in the halfway house, not the end. Between the old life and the new one, learning how to mend. Piece by piece, day by day, structure, steady, slow. In the halfway house, and that's exactly where I need to go. I used to think grace meant instant, meant the change occurred overnight, complete, no process, just a single spoken word. And it's done, but halfway house taught me sanctification is a program, is a process, is a daily conversation with the version I'm becoming. Not a switch that flips one time. Halfway house between the old man and the new, and it's fine that it takes a minute. Fine that there's still curfews to keep. Fine that the freedom's coming gradual, not all at once, not deep, all the way immediate. Grace is patient with the process. Halfway house between the sinner and the finish. Bless the progress. He who began a good work will complete it, that's the vow. Halfway house is just the process, not the failure, not the how. In the halfway house, in the halfway house, not the end. Between the old life and the new one, learning how to mend. Piece by piece, day by day, structure, steady, slow. In the halfway house, and that's exactly where I need to go. I got my own room now, graduated past the shared space. Still got curfew some days, still got boundaries I embrace. Not cause I'm not trusted, but cause structure keeps me steady. Halfway house teaches balance for you fully, finally ready for complete release. And I don't rush the calendar no more, don't demand instant maturity, don't demand I'm out the door before the process finishes what it's supposed to do with me. Halfway house between who I was and who I'm gonna be. Being confident of this very thing, that he will finish it. Halfway house is just a chapter, not the whole entire script. He's still working, still building, still rebuilding what broke down. Halfway house, and I ain't leaving till it's out. In the halfway house, not the end. Between the old life and the new one, learning how to mend. Piece by piece, day by day, structure, steady, slow. In the halfway house, and that's exactly where I need to go. Halfway house, building something permanent, building something built a house. Halfway house, grace is patient with the process, and that's what grace allows. In the morning, singing off key behind the chain link door. Cell block quiet sound better than anything I heard before. Nobody taught these men to harmonize, nobody trained to ear. But when the whole block starts to sing, you feel it moving here. Different than a sanctuary ever could contain. A wholesale block choir singing hymns that grandmamas told them stories by when they was young, singing them from memory. Cause the gods took everything except what lives eternally inside a man. And no cell block, no bar, no lacking touch. Cell block quiet, hitting notes that mean a little much more than pitch or key or rhythm. Mean a freedom in the sound that the physical walls can't reach, that the physical chains can't bound. I've heard choirs in cathedrals, heard the finest train to sing, but nothing hits like 12 men in a cell block crowning the king. At midnight Paul and Silas sang while chained up in their cell. Cell block choir carries on that same gospel. 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 Ooh. Every voice a different story, every note a scar. Turn to worship, turn to praise, turn to holy sound. Cell block choir, and the walls can't keep the glory down. I joined that choir my second month. Joined it kinda shy, didn't know the words at first. Just hummed along and tried to find my place among the voices, find my place among the men who lost everything but Sunday, everything but then the 1 hour that they gathered and remember who they were. Beyond the number on the jumpsuit, beyond the file, the blur of paperwork that tried to define us. Cell block choir, same past every label that they gave us, every sentence that would last. At midnight, Paul and Silas sang, while chained up in they cell. Cell block choir carries on that same gospel. Cell block choir, singing through the bars. Every voice a different story, every note a scar. Turn to worship, turn to praise, turn to holy sound. Cell block choir, and the walls can't keep the glory down. Some of the fellas got released and kept on singing still, kept the same songs, going in a different building, different will. The worship in a different room, but the sound stayed the same. Cell block choir taught me worship ain't about the frame you're standing in, ain't about the freedom of your feet, ain't about the building or the pew or the policy. It's about a heart that's free regardless what the body's in. Cell block choir show me freedom starts within, begins within. The prisoners heard them singing and suddenly the earth did shake. Cell block choir still shakes foundations every time we break into song behind the bars, into praise behind the chains. Cell block choir, and it's never been the same. Cell block choir, singing through the bars. Every voice a different story, every note a scar. Turn to worship, turn to praise, turn to holy sound. Cell block choir, and the walls can't keep the glory down. Cell block choir, cell block choir. 12 men in a chain link door, and it lit the whole block on fire. Cell block choir. Freedom in the sound before the freedom in the wire.
Every road I've ever driven eventually points back to it. The cross on the hill, silhouette against the sun, and I finally see it. I used to drive right past it, never looked up, never once. Let my eyes leave the road long enough to catch a glimpse of what was standing silent on the hill outside of town. Too focused on the miles, too focused on getting further down. Whatever road I'd chosen, but the cross stayed right there still. Never chased me down the highway, never forced me up the hill. Just stood there patient, waiting on the day I finally slowed down enough to notice, finally let my speed run low, enough to make the turn. And when I finally did, I realized that hill was never hid from me at all. I was the one who kept my eyes away. The cross on the hill was waiting every single day. He'd lift up his eyes to the hills, from whence his help would come. Cross on the hill was always there, was never on the run. Cross on the hill, always there. I drove right past it for so long, never stopped to stare at what was waiting patient on that hill against the sky. Cross on the hill, and I finally made the drive. The closer that I got to it, the bigger that it seemed, bigger than the miles I put between us, bigger than I dreamed. It'd be from all the distance, and I parked right at the base, sat there for a long while, just staring up, just taking in the space. between where I've been living and where I finally arrived. And something about the silence of that hill made me realize every road I'd ever driven, every detour, every turn was leading back to this exact spot. The whole time was leading back to Burn. He lifted up his eyes to the hills from whence his help would come. Cross on the hill was always there, was never on the run. Cross on the hill, cross on the hill, always there. I drove right past it for so long, never stopped to stare at what was waiting patient on that hill against the sky. Cross on the hill, and I finally made the drive. I climbed it on my knees the last few feet. Don't know exactly why I fell right to arrive that way. Fell right beneath that sky, burning orange behind the wood, behind the rugged frame. And I said everything I never said, finally said the name I've been avoiding for too long, finally let it out. Cross on the hill, heard every word, heard every single doubt I'd ever carried, and it didn't move, it didn't shake. It just stood there like it always had for my sake. When I survey the wondrous cross, that's the only song I know. Cross on the hill, cross on the hill, and I finally let it show. Everything I'd hidden, everything I tried to hide. Cross on the hill, and I finally came inside. Cross on the hill, always there. I drove right past it for so long, never stopped to stare at what was waiting patient on that hill against the sky. Cross on the hill, and I finally made the drive. Cross on the hill, cross on the hill, standing right where it always stood, standing there still. Cross on the hill, cross on the hill. I found my way back, and I know now that I always will. Kept checking the rear view more than I checked the road ahead. Rear view mirror full of everything I thought I left for dead. I couldn't stop looking back at the version of me that stayed behind in every city I drove through, every mistake I made. Felt closer in the mirror than it did in the actual past. Felt like it was riding in the bed. Felt like it always lasts. Right behind me, always visible, always in my sight. Every time I check the mirror, it stole a little light from the road ahead of me. It stole a little bit of focus till I almost missed the actual moment. Almost missed the notice that the road ahead had changed completely while I stared behind. Rearview mirror had me living in a place I left, in a place and time. No one putting hand to plowing, looking back is fit. Rearview mirror kept me living in the exact same pit. Stop checking the rear view, stop checking the rear view. Eyes ahead. Everything back there is finished, everything back there is dead, and buried and forgiven, and it don't deserve the view. Stop checking the rear view. There's a whole road residing in front of you. I finally covered up the mirror, finally let it be. Just a tool for changing lanes, not a tool for history to keep on living rent-free in the front seat of my mind. Stop checking the rear view, leave the yesterday behind. That don't mean I don't remember, don't mean I forget the lessons learned from every wrong turn, every consequence, every present regret that used to fill the frame, but I don't dwell there no more. Stop checking the rear view. kept me living in the exact same pit. Stop checking the rear view. Oh, stop checking the rear view. Eyes ahead. Everything back there is finished. Oh, everything back there is dead and buried and forgiven, and it don't deserve the view. Stop checking the rear view. There's a whole road residing in front of you. Lot's wife looked back one time and turned to salt right on the spot. The past has got a gravity that'll stop you if it's got your attention long enough. So I keep my eyes ahead, trust the mirror for the blind spot. Not for living with the dead weight of everything behind me, cause the windshield's bigger for a reason. Bigger view for where I'm going, bigger view for the new season I'm driving into now, and I don't check that mirror much. Stop checking the rear view, and I finally feel the touch. Forgetting those things which are behind, I press toward the mark. Stop checking the rear view, and I'm driving through the dark into something better, into something up ahead. Stop checking the rear view, leave the past right where it's dead. Stop checking the rear view. Stop checking the rear view. Eyes ahead. Everything back there is finished. Oh, everything back there is dead and buried and forgiven, and it don't deserve the view. Stop checking the rear view. There's a whole road residing in front of you. Rear view mirror, rear view mirror. Only using now to change lanes, nothing clearer. Rear view mirror, rear view mirror. Eyes on the windshield, and the whole road's getting nearer. Found my own map till the pavement just stopped, just quit, just ran out. Dead end road, standing there, staring at the trees, staring at the doubt. I was so sure that road was leading somewhere good, somewhere new. Followed every sign that promised freedom, promised a different view of who I could become if I just kept on driving through. Every warning that popped up along the way, every turnaround I knew deep down was true, but ignored anyway. Kept my foot down on the gas, convinced the destination justified however long it lasts. Till the pavement just stopped completely, just gave out beneath the tires. Dead end road, and I sat there staring at my own desires that led me here, engine running, nowhere left to go. And that's when I finally heard the only voice I needed to know. There's a way that seems right to a man, but the end is dead. Dead end road taught me something about my own breath. Hit a dead end road, hit a dead end road, nowhere to turn, nowhere to turn. Every promise on that map was a promise I had to learn. Wasn't true, wasn't leading where it claimed it would. Hit a dead end road, but that's where grace finally stood. I sat in that truck a long time before I turned the key. Thought about every mile behind me, thought about everything I'd sacrifice to make it to a destination that don't exist. A dead-end road exposed the whole entire map, exposed the list of lies I've been following since I first pulled out to drive every single broke every single promise, a contrived trick to keep me moving further from the only real address. Dead end road showed me the map and I finally could confess. There's a way that seems right to a man, but the end is death. Dead end road taught me something about my own breath. Hit a dead end road, hit a dead end road, nowhere to turn, nowhere to turn. Every promise on that map was a promise I had to learn. Oh, wasn't true, wasn't leading where it claimed it would. Oh, hit a dead end road, but that's where grace finally stood. I turned the truck around slow, turned it with my hands still shaking. Drove back the way I came, every single mile retaken, with a different set of eyes, a different kind of sight. Dead end road became the reason that I finally got it right on the second try. Cause sometimes you gotta hit the wall, sometimes the map's gotta run completely out before the car finally gets through clear enough to make you turn around. Dead end road was where I lost the map, but where I finally found He will direct your path if you acknowledge Him first. Dead end road showed me every map I trust before was cursed by my own understanding, by my own broken plan. Hit a dead end road, and that's when the real road began. Hit a dead end road, hit a dead end road, nowhere to turn, nowhere to turn. Every promise on that map was a promise I had to learn. Oh, wasn't true, wasn't leading where it claimed it would. Oh, hit a dead end road, but that's where grace finally stood. Dead end road, turn around right there, and the real map finally showed. Dead end road. Sometimes you gotta lose a way to find the road back home.